Here we go. It's going to show you a bit more digging, just in case you missed any of it. My doggy, hello baby. My doggy's over there, you can't see her. There she is. Hey, what's this? That's the start of the main run there now. So we want to get a bit more done. Right, dug a bit more. Dumper loaded. Going to take the dumper down the bottom of the field now. Tip it. Very gentle circles so that they don't damage the ground. Come on, doggy. Doggy's found a ball. Doggy. It's quite a way. It's about 100 metres to the top diagonal, all the way down here. There we go. Quite a lot of soil down here already, probably about 5-6 tonnes. Come on, doggy, bring your ball. No, she's not very playful today. Right, well, I've got down to probably halfway of the run. I've got to go down past those trees and into the ditch. So what I'm going to do first is unravel some of this pipe. And what I do is I put it on the digger arm here and unwind it this way. If it doesn't get tangled up. I think I can actually snip that now. Better, just right, stretch it out a long ways. This is a 25-metre roll. That one over there is a 50-metre roll. I've got a feeling we're still going to need some more. I started putting this pipe in. I'll cut it off and just put the herringbone bits in and then put the main run as a straight pipe all the way down. I've taken the bucket off, the small digging bucket, so when I go through to load gravel I'll pick the big bucket up on the way out. Well, I've got all the pipes except for this one. It's not enough to do that one. They're all in the offshoots. So I'm going to get that 50-metre roll now and unravel that and stretch it to length and see if we've actually got enough. I might have to buy another roll, but it depends. We'll see. Well, there we go. We've got it all sorted, all the piping at this end of the field anyway. And I think we've got enough pipe to go down to the ditch. That'll be 125 metres in total. So that's a little bit more than we anticipated, but doesn't have too much for not enough. So let's get in there. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take the machine round the front where we've got the pea gravel, put the big bucket on, collect that on the way out, put that on and then bring the pea gravel round with the dumper and start popping up the trench. Right, just got the dumper loaded with pea gravel. Going to take it down the field that way. That's just so I don't have to keep running over the front end of the garden. Here's Oscar. Hello, Oscar. Hello, Oscar. He's a lovely dog, isn't ya? And my little dog is jealous, isn't ya? You get jealous, don't you? Hey, hey, isn't ya? Hey, who's this? Hey, who's this? Hey, who's this? My dog. My baby. Hey, you don't like it, you get jealous, don't you? Hey. Oh, I wouldn't swap you, my little baby. So here we go with the first load. Let's see, I need 2 hands to do this. Press that little button while you're pulling these two levers here, so you need 2 hands. Started filling it in, putting the turf back on. Cover this bit. I've actually reinstated this bit along here. And it's just needs compacting down a little bit. That'll be right. Go back and get some more pea gravel now. Yeah, this will have the roller over it when I've cleaned it all up. That'll bring it down into ground level. And we'll do the same all the way. Well, it's my 5th day. I've arrived after a heavy night's rain. And we're just going to go and explore and see how the ground is. It seems pretty wet. We had about 2 inches of rain during the course of the night. Now, as you can see, the trenches are absolutely full of water. So, there you go, the trenches are working. Now, it's only full because I haven't finished the dig down here and the water can't get away, but it is actually coming up and running over the surface, as you can see. The water is actually coming down to here, but it can't go any further, and then it's overflowing and running across the top of the surface to try and find its outlet. So all the way down here is very soggy. Whether I can continue digging or not today, I don't know. I might be able to come down this end and dig from the ditch and work back. I'm going to cut the turf anyway, and we'll have a look at it then. So what I've done, I've been down with a spade, or shovel, and I've carved, like, can you see, like a ladder effect in this grass, so that I can take the turf off, and that goes right down to where the bend starts. And I've stopped about here because I don't know whether I'll be able to get through the roots. Some rather big trees in there, so I'm going to start at the ditch end, which is inside. Hello, Oscar. I'm going to start inside there and work out. There's no point in actually digging down and then find out that we can't get through. So I've left myself an option point about here, so that if I can't get through, I'm going to have to find an alternative, and or even take the trench further down to where there isn't any trees, which might mean about another 20 meters or so. But if that's all we can do, that's what we have to do. So I'm going to bring the machine down, even though we've had so much wet. It doesn't seem so bad down here, and doing damage down here to the grass isn't quite as serious as doing damage up on the top lawn. So I'm going to travel the machine down and give it a try. Well, it's brightening up a little bit, but the ground is still soggy. However, I've gone through here into the woods and managed to dig through the roots. Even one big root I've had to dig out without damaging the tree. And the ground is actually like powder in here, strangely enough. But anyway, there's a natural ditch down there, and that's where the water's going to eventually go, we hope. And now I can carry on digging, and well, I can actually cut the turf out now. I know where I'm going. Now that I know I can actually get through the woods there, I can start cutting the turf off into a bend round here. I purposely kept it over to the left hand side to avoid the roots on these trees here. I don't want to damage them because they're tall, and once you damage the root structure on a tall tree, it becomes less stable. So these in here, well, they're fine. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Yep, so all it is now is digging this down towards the digger. Both sides. And about every foot or so we dig like this. Make sure we dig it the right direction. There you go. So I'll continue doing that all the way down there, and then we'll see what the ground's like. In fact, the water level seems to have gone down a bit. That's good. Well, disregard that last remark about the water level dropping. It was an optical illusion. Now it's still well and truly there, and it's not likely to drop until I complete this channel. Hopefully I'll get this done, at least dug out today. I'm going to have to come back Monday, which is a bit over schedule, but we've been very fortunate with the weather all week, and then on the last day we get the normal British weather returning. Well, I was worried about the roots in there, but since we've come out of the woodland and into the open space, there's more roots than ever. So I suppose it's got to thin out by the time we got there. We've got about 25 metres or so to go. Well, a couple of hours have gone by since I last filmed, and as you can see, making some pretty good progress. Yeah, the trench is a bit straighter this time because I'm just heading from one point to another. We haven't got to take the contours into consideration. But as you can see, there's an awful lot of roots in here, which I might have to trim off before we get the pipe in. And the reason I'm digging it from this end and going back up towards where the water is because this way I keep the trench dry as I'm digging it. If I dig it from the other end, I'd have the water following me and everything would be just slurry. As you can see, we're coming into the wet area now, so what I might have to do is just take the turf off and let some of that water out. We'll see. I'll dig a little bit more first and we'll see how it goes. Just a little bit more. It's very wet here now. Turf off. Down. So I'm coming to the end of this trench now where I'm breaking into the other one, and as you can see I've dug right up to here without the trench flooding, and I've taken the turf off here, so now I'm going to break through into that trench and all this water then will disappear. Hopefully. Right, here we go. I'm going to break this down and actually let the water go. The water's going. I'll film it down the trench. I still got that little bit to do, but as you can see here, the water is running right down the trench here now, and before long it'll be right to the bottom. This ground down here is a little bit drier because of the trees, so quite a lot of this water will actually soak back into the ground, whereas the trees will get the benefit of it. As you can see, it's growing quite fast. I haven't even dug all of it out yet. Let's go and do a bit more. So I'm going to do this bit one-handed while I break into this. chunk. There you are, now you can see it running. Wonder how long it'll take for that water level to drop, because it's being constantly fed anyway by water sort of seeping into the pipes from the ground. Right, going down there at a fair old rate of knots. Should be enough there now, I would have thought, to be able to get right to the bottom of this trench. We'll see. Certainly making good progress. Oh yes, it's coming down right to the bottom, I hope. Look at that, eh? Isn't that good? That's all that water coming out of the ground, so it just shows that the trench is working. Into the woods. Making slower progress along here now, because this ground is actually like powder as compared with the mud we've been digging, so it will soak a lot of it up on its way down to the end of it. But it'd be nice if I could get all this right down to the end now in one go. Yep, there she goes. She's just come to the end. Just got that little bit of barrier on the other side of the fence to get through. But Mike thought that this was going to be running uphill from here, so it's an optical illusion. So as you can see, this water is running quite fast uphill. There we have it. It's going into the ditch. Oscar's come to see me. Hello Oscar, how are you doing? Hey, my doggy's going to sleep in the truck and she doesn't want to come out. Yes, well, I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy to have got all the digging done now. And as you can see, the water's flowing nicely. And that's what the whole idea of the job is about. Just going to dig this a little bit deeper here, because it's quite muddy. Get a little bit more out of there, make it flow a bit easier. Well, here we go. We've got the pipe installed. I don't know whether it's still too wet down here to bring any gravel down or not, but I might try a couple of dumper loads just to make sure that I can get in here. And then it's Friday, so we'll leave this now until Monday anyway. We're not going to get it finished today. Right, so that's all done and the water's escaping. So it's just a matter of getting it topped up with gravel now and putting the turf back on. Well, I'm bringing some gravel down and actually travelling over this piece of ground that was underwater this morning because of the overflow off the top, and because the trench wasn't completed, the water was overflowing and running across the surface down here. In fact, I couldn't really walk on it. I mean, it is still a bit sloppy underfoot, but this was literally underwater and now it's starting to subside nicely, and I can actually run a dumper over it without doing too much damage. I mean, this dumper weighs a ton exactly when it's loaded, so have a ton weight running over ground that was underwater this morning isn't such a bad thing, I don't think. Let's see if I can get a bit more down here. Well, getting dark, gone 6 o'clock, way past 6 o'clock. Got quite a bit right down to the bend there, backfilled with gravel, just the turf to go on. I've got these two runs, this one here and this one here, to gravel up, and just a little bit of a run here. So we're not going to get it finished today, but we'll be back on Monday. The battery's dying. There you go, so it's just tidy up this piece of frontage here, and I think what I'll do, I'll go and loosen that out down the bottom there, which is compacted and got moss in it, so I'll sort that and make it look pretty much even all the way over with the bucket rake attachment. Right, what I've got to do, put a bit of this gravel in to refresh the drive. Needed refreshing before I came here, and I've got some fresh gravel, and I'm not going to charge anything for doing this. This is just something I do anyway, just a compliment the job. So let me see what I do with the rake. General idea. I'll show you when I finish this. Well, that's pretty much roughed up the drive, refurbished it, just raked it all over and just refreshed it, I guess. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go down to the bottom of the garden with the digger and lose all that soil. Well, I'm down the bottom of the field. That's the garden, and I'm going to level this soil out. There's about 20 years of bonfire remnants here, so I've taken off the loose tinder. I'm going to mix that in with the soil and spread this bit out along here, all this soil that I've tipped from the trenches. I'm going to get on with that now. Alright, it's 5 o'clock in the evening and I've just finished levelling this soil out, spreading it out around the place, and got rid of all the remains of the bonfire. Left a bit of tinder there to get the next bonfire started, so we're going to make it off up to the top of the hill now with the digger and maybe put the roller on some of the lumpy bits at the top there. We'll see. Weather's changing a little bit. I'm just rolling these trenches a little bit. Rolling the trenches in. Oh, I'm just about done. Finished down the field, finished all the rolling. The roller's cooling down. There's the front garden that was all dug up. And I got rid of all the ruts. That's a rolled front actually. We got it quite well together by rolling it with the dumper. Going round to the back of the house. And just a scan over the whole field. Started to rain again. It's new. Put my hood up, I think. So this field was soaking wet, and it's all been dug up and put back together again as best I can. Obviously there's going to be some scars, but we tried to keep it to a minimum. Everything will grow back. The drainage pipe's all installed in there, and already there's a remarkable difference, and we have seen that it works, because when we left it for the Thursday night, come back Friday, the ditches were all overflowing, which means that the water's getting into them, and now it's piped down through the trees and into the ditch. So we'll just go and see how Mike feels about it all. Well, we've discussed everything and everything's fine, and our client has decided that he's not really make it made up for film, so we'll omit him.
I'm not photogenic.
He's not photogenic.
But I'm very happy with the work.
Oh, that's great. Well, perhaps you heard that, perhaps you didn't, I don't know, but he's happy with the work, and that's great. That's what I want to see. Thank you for watching. Well, Mike's happy and I'm happy, and everybody's happy, and that's what we like to see. So thanks for watching. Let's go get loads up now before it gets dark and head back for Coventry. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and learned something. Bye for now.